I am at a social distance from you. I am fully vaccinated, awaiting my booster. Okay. Kim follows me, and she will give a very, she will talk about development and organization and so on. I am supposed to give a brief background on how this all began, sort of historical background, etc. And while she has a wonderful, you got the printout papers, these are my notes. So you will see the difference. And to be honest, I was frantic before we came here because I couldn't find them. Did you ever have anything happen to you like that? Never. I went all over until finally I found them in the recyclable bin. I had thrown it away. All right, so let us begin. Well, we start with 2019 is a pivotal year because a few things happened that eventually evolved into what is now the Enchanted Mountains Village. First of all, I read this wonderful book, Being Mortal. Sister Margaret Carney, who is also a member here, but is stuck in Pittsburgh, I think, lent it to me.
That car.
With her car. All right, she lent it to me, and I read it, and at some point I know Mike led a Zoom discussion of it, and I was so impressed with it, not only with the stories of the struggles of people who are sick and dying, and of the doctors, the failures of medical science, etc. in the case, but also this Atu Gawande, who's a doctor, Indian, whose father is also, and mother were doctors, and his father is dying too, as he found out, and what can he do, how to assist. In his own journey, he tells the stories of other people and their struggles, and older people, as we lose mobility, as it gets more difficult to walk, as we can't just get on the ladders and do all the things we want to do. Where will we get the help? What can we do? And it can be very depressing. His question, when he looked and he talked to people who were aging and some dying, even as they were very, very sick, his question was, how do you want to live? What is it with the life that you have? How is it that you want to live? And that stuck with me. I'm old, and and at some point we'll need services, But I want to be as independent as possible. I know we'll need some services, and I want community. I want to be not isolated, but with others. So that was probably one of the first things that I kept thinking about near the same time. Jean-Francois and I attended a meeting in Rochester with a few other people. It was actually on single-payer health care, but for some reason, somehow we got into a small group, and I don't even remember the group, but there was a guy there named Fred, and he began talking about villages, and he talked about this idea of independence with assistance, and how even as a political group they could be helpful. Anyway, I contacted him and I said, where is this village? And he gave me the name of a contact in Ithaca, and a woman named Kathy Garner, who was a co-founder with others of a village. So I contacted her, I began to do research. He gave me the name of Village to Village Network. I began to do a little bit of that research. Then around that same time, our Kim and Kelly came over for dinner. And if you know Kim, you know she is organized, and she's got things down. And I said to her, if we do something like that, we can get this village started, you would be a great executive director. We need somebody a little younger than I am, and somebody that can do that. So that was sort of both the beginning, the inspiration, and personally, it's kind of a vision vision that appeals to me as a Franciscan. It goes with community and what people, sisters and brothers, helping one another. So after that, this is all in 2019, pre-pandemic. 5 of us traveled to Ithaca to meet with Kathy Garner and Cheryl Jewell, who is the executive director, Kathy's husband also, and I don't remember his name, but to talk about how did they form their village in Ithaca. So Teresa went, Etta and Chuck went, and Jean-Francois and I went. And it was really, I mean, they had the history written out, they had already reports, I mean, it was pretty sophisticated. But the idea was really great. The services evolved, the people that are part of the village help, you get outside help when you need it, etc. So with that, we, and including Kim, began to say, well, the pandemic hit, and you know, but we said, well, we could begin acting like a village, however we can. And that's when we began the event calendar, which Kim so beautifully puts together monthly. And we began to organize ourselves. We knew we needed, we had, what is that? We were on the board. 5 of us said, okay, we need to be official. We need to be incorporated. We need to have 501c3 status. We need to have board members and so on. And so we began to set that up. We had the help of Jack Hart, a lawyer who pro bono incorporated us. So actually, as an organization, Enchanted Mountains Village, a name we all chose, and a mission statement we agreed on, was born April 16th, 2021 this year. So it's only 6 months old. It's not so old. And so with that, we were also able to reach out a little bit into the community. Kathy Mackey and the Department of Aging has been great. And she, this village is part of their whole need that they put in their final report. They need this kind of membership-driven organizations to help one another, etc. So we also reached out to interfaith caregivers and the health department. They're all like partners with us. And let's see what else I have to say. I think, and so now we have 7 board members. So they are Teresa is our chair, and Kim is our vice chair. All right, yay. Linda Matthews, who cannot be here because of a serious eye problem, she's not allowed to have the vaccine. So anything we do with her is over Zoom. She's our secretary. And Jean-Francois is our treasurer, and Larry Sorokas, who is out of town today, and I are members. So that's where we are, and we had a survey out. The survey was done. Kim put it together. You can find the analysis of the survey. There were several. We asked about services, your recommendations, which we hope we get more. Warner, I'm very grateful, put the information together, and we have names and types of services that are offered, and I think we're going to go further with that. So that's where we are now. And with that, I turn it over to our wonderful Kim.